Hi folks, I'm Derek Smith with Derek's Media Services. Well, welcome to our third webinar series. I'm Derek Smith, like I said. I'm the president and owner of Derek's Media Services. I also want to thank everyone for their comments and for their likes and kind words. So I want to begin by everyone is aware of the virus situation that we're facing right now. That we are facing right now. These are things that we can do to help ourselves or stay home.
Well, there are things that we can do to help ourselves,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
What's one of the things that you can do?
You gotta be staying home.
Right? What's the second thing we can do?
Wash hands.
And the third thing we can do?
Is be active.
And stay
healthy.
And stay informed.
Yep.
Yep. So this is the third one. What did we talk about on the first webinar, Derek?
So, as you may know, our first webinar, as you may know, the first trajectory.
Okay, so we developed a trajectory for Derek.
As you see here.
Yep. And so a trajectory is just a way that we can have a conversation and gather information to identify what Derek has as a vision for the next few weeks. What does he want to be in his life? What does he want it to look like? And then the second webinar, what did we do?
Talked about the support star.
We talked about the integrated support star. And that was a way of gathering information to look at what are the resources, what are the supports that he has available to him to use to help him get the things he wants and identified on his trajectory over the next few weeks. Both of these tools, I just want to mention, are from the Supporting Families, Community of Practice, and Charting the Life course, and they're available free and they're downloadable at lifecoursetools.com.
There's a website for more information.
Yep, that's lifecoursetools.com.
Yep.
So what are we going to do tonight, Derek?
Well, we want to begin, and tonight I want to begin by we all are going to be talking about how are we going to plan a new routine for me, and I would
What do you like to know?
I would like to know what my schedule is,
Okay.
my plan each day.
Okay, so you like a routine, right?
Yeah.
And so you like to know what's going to be happening each day.
And then I would like that. Then I have used a calendar.
Okay.
As you see.
Right here.
So explain it to them.
So Derek has a whiteboard, a calendar that's a whiteboard.
As you see here.
Yep, and he puts it by his in his utility room, and each month.
Or the laundry room.
Yep, he puts it out usually a month at a time.
Yeah.
And he puts on all his activities each day.
Yep.
And that way he knows what's going to happen on what day.
And then here's a magnet to see.
Yep, he has a magnet that he puts on the day that it is. So, for example, today is
the 22nd.
March 22nd. It's a Sunday, and the magnet would go there.
Yeah.
Then he would look at that day, and he'd know what we've got planned or what he's got going on. Tomorrow would be Monday the 23rd.
Because I have a lot going.
And Monday morning, he would move the magnet to that. And that's what he does throughout the month to keep track of what he's got going on.
Then Tuesday.
So typically, this calendar would be pretty full, right?
Yeah.
It would have his work schedule. It would have his workout schedule, his volunteering, his church schedule, all the places that he would go to and be involved. And in pretty much a day or two, what happened?
I wasn't happy because of the schedule change.
The schedule got changed, and pretty much all the things that he was used to doing
has been closed.
Has been closed or canceled, at least for the next couple weeks or more.
Or longer.
Yep. So what we want to do is to show you tonight is we showed you how to gather information
For those two things.
about what's important to Derek, and we also showed you how we gathered information about what resources he had at his disposal. Well, for us, what works for Derek is to build a schedule. Since his routines are now all interrupted.
As you see here.
Yep. It's really important to keep him content, satisfied, happy throughout this.
And stress-free.
And stress-free. That he develop a new routine to get through the next few weeks. So how we've done it, or chosen to do it tonight, and I'm sure there's a lot of different ways that people can put it together. The main thing is, how do we take that information that we talked about and gathered and put it in a way that makes it meaningful and
then we'll
understandable to Derek.
Yep. And then we'll post these pictures on
Facebook?
Yep.
Okay.
For more information.
Yep. So we like to use poster paper to plan. And not just for tonight's event, we use it to plan a lot.
All the time.
Yep. Because Derek likes when we use the poster paper and markers. He prefers that over somebody sitting down writing something in a notebook.
Because it's hard for me to see what...
That's right. And when we put it up on a poster paper where we record it, he's much more engaged and it makes more sense to him. So that's what we do.
Yeah.
Okay? How I've done this particular schedule is to list each day of the week down the left-hand side.
And then
we're breaking each day into morning, afternoon, and evening routine.
Yep.
And then on this other paper over here, what I did was I took those, the main themes from what he wanted in his life.
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah.
We took the main themes from his trajectory and I listed them out there. Because as we have a conversation, I'm going to be referring to those to say, how do we move some of these things into action in his new routine? And then we're going to be looking at how do we do that, or what might we use by looking at the so I often find that people gather information and then that's kind of where it sits. So how do we move it beyond that and make it, take it off the paper and put it into practice? And that's what we plan to do tonight. So Derek, let's start talking about some of your schedule, because there are certain things that have been in your routine.
All the time.
Yep. Yeah. That will stay, that you can keep doing. And we'll post some of those up there.
Right.
So let's start looking at Monday.
Like tomorrow. Yeah.
And Monday morning.
Yeah.
What usually takes place on Monday morning?
Bible study.
And what time does that take place?
10:30.
So usually you're used to going to...
like Good Sam.
Yep, you're used to going to where the group meets face to face.
Yeah.
And we can't do that right now.
Or pretty much at all.
Well, for right now.
Yeah.
Yep. And so can you still have the Bible study at 10:30?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And how are you going to do it?
Via Zoom.
Okay. So that will still be there.
Yeah.
So in order to be up and be ready for the Bible study, you probably should set an alarm.
Yeah.
What time do you think you'll need to be up so that you can...
Like 8.
Okay.
Or close to 9.
So somewhere between 8 and 9?
Yeah.
Do you want to land on a little bit more firm time so you know when to set your alarm?
Right.
What time do you think?
8.
Okay. Because what do you have to do once you get up?
Shower.
Okay. What else?
Teeth brushed.
Okay.
Shave.
Yeah. What else?
And then get breakfast going.
Okay. So breakfast. So, and how long does Bible study last?
Almost 2 hours.
Okay, so kind of we'll put that till 12:30. That pretty much takes over the morning, doesn't it? You got that figured out.
Yeah.
So this way, your routine pretty much stays the same. It's just how you participate will be different.
Right.
Okay, let's move to, are there any other things? Do you have any other things that you know of during the week? Do you have a meeting tomorrow?
DDN. That's in the evening.
And what group is that you're in?
On a council on developmental disability,
Okay, so for the DD Council, and what time did you say that was?
6:30.
Okay, so I'm going to put that. And how are you going to participate in that?
Teleconference,
Okay.
like phone.
So that one is a phone conference. And so before you get on that call, it would probably be a good idea to what?
Have dinner
Okay, so you can get yourself a meal.
beforehand
And then how long does that meeting usually last?
till about whenever they're.
When they're finished?
Yeah.
But you have some evening left before you go to bed?
Yep.
And what kinds of things can you do in there?
You can watch TV for a bit,
Okay.
or I usually get my other channels on first, and then watch TV, and then.
Okay. Okay. Well, we've got some space in the afternoon. We can look at that in just a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else that you know about over the next, well, what do you usually do on Sunday mornings?
Watch church.
Okay. So typically you would probably go to church on Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, or probably both, depends on the.
Okay, because you like to go to different services and
Yeah.
stuff. Okay. So since you can't go to church, then now what are you going to be able
Online.
to? Okay. So you can participate online
Or TV too.
and watch TV because there are different church programs that are on TV. Is that correct?
There's two different.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which ones are those that you prefer?
My grandma's church called the 10 a.m. service,
Okay.
and then Embrace around 11:15.
Okay, so every Sunday morning he can watch church at 10 o'clock and also at 11:15. We would leave room in here to also list his the time he needed to get up, the things that he needed to do before getting ready for church. Okay, is there anything else, or are we kind of have to build it right now?
It's kind of like a build.
Right, because everything kind of got wiped out a little bit.
Or a lot.
Okay.
Either one, yeah.
So having a routine, what's taking place, helps kind of ease some of the anxiety, makes it
stress.
makes it less stressful because you know what to do.
Yeah.
Okay. So over here, I'm going to take some information, and this is what I took his trajectory, and we're going to try and find places that we can include it in your new routine.
Yeah.
So we know that there are things you need to do every day,
yeah.
and that's, get up. Do you have to set an alarm every day?
Not usually.
Not right now.
No.
Do you think it's important to get enough sleep?
Yeah.
So that you feel.
Yeah.
Oh, so that you feel.
Yeah.
In a routine, so that when you can start back.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's.
Okay. So is there a way that you can? Let's see. Is that part of staying healthy? Is getting sleep?
Yep.
Okay. So we're gonna put that up here. And have a reasonable type of, bedtime.
Yeah.
And what's one way that you can kind of check out and make sure that you're getting the sleep that you need?
Like wear a watch when you try to keep track of sleep.
What kind of a watch do you have?
Apple Watch.
Okay. And is there an app on that?
It's called Auto Sleep.
Okay. So Derek decided that at night, he can put his watch on. And he can
keep
track of his sleep to make sure that he's getting enough good sleep through all of the next few weeks.
Yep.
So I'm going to put that on this
side
chart over here.
Yep.
And that's an Apple Watch.
Yep. And an app as well.
Yep. So let's look at some of the things. What other ways can you stay healthy?
Being active.
Okay. And is that something you think should be done every day or?
Pretty much, yeah.
Every day?
Yeah.
What kinds of things can you do to stay active?
Walk.
Okay. Where can you walk?
To the mailbox.
And where else can you go for a walk?
Parks.
Okay.
If needed.
Let's look at our And in our neighborhood?
Yep, in our
Okay.
neighborhood.
Yep. We looked in the community base of his integrated support star to give us some ideas of where we might go.
Yep.
Neighborhood. Okay. And that should be every day. Do you think it would be morning, afternoon, or evening that you would? So let's take the getting the mail, for example.
Yeah.
When is that?
Afternoon.
That would be afternoon, so I'm going to put that afternoon, get the mail.
Mail, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. So yeah, pretty much basically.
But not on Sundays.
Right.
Okay? So he knows that each afternoon, because our mail usually doesn't come until after lunch.
Or later after.
Right. So that's a way that you can get in some of that exercise, right?
Yeah.
What else do you need to do to kind of help out your pet?
Walk the dog.
Okay. When would be a good time to give Jackson a walk?
Either afternoon or...
So you could choose when you wanted to do it.
Right.
Okay.
It doesn't really,
Okay. So I'm going to put over on this side, and then we can figure out where to put it.
Yeah.
Walk your dog. Okay?
Yeah.
Are there other things you can do to stay active?
Do more exercises through, like the Great Life then about they created a website where they can do home workouts.
Okay.
And also the Orthopedic Institute has the app where you can do exercises from that too.
Okay. So do you see a time during the day that you would do? And
Doesn't really.
so you could choose.
Yeah.
Like maybe a couple times a week you might want to do the Great Life
Yeah.
app or online.
Yeah.
And
Video,
maybe do
yeah.
the OI
Yeah.
video. Okay, so you have some choices there, don't
Yeah.
you? Okay. So one of the other things that you wanted was to stay informed of what's kind of happening.
Like news, for example. Here, also the radio or podcast.
Okay. So you want what's going on with this virus
Yeah.
in our city, in our state.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you want to do that every day? Do you want to do it a couple times a week?
I'm pretty much like every...
Okay. Is that something you like to do when you get up in the morning or something you like to do afternoon or evening?
It just depends on
Okay.
whoever comes to mind.
Okay. So over here I'm going to put stay informed.
Yeah.
And how might you accomplish that? If we looked at your star and looked at the technology, you said you could check out the TV.
Yep.
What else?
Computer
Okay.
or radio.
How about Facebook Live?
Yeah, Facebook Live. Yep, that's what we're on right now. So
Yep. And what happens on Facebook Live to keep you updated?
to listen to what they had to say.
Who does? Who gives updates?
Police officers, mayors, and newscasters.
Okay. Okay. So we decided that maybe once a day is enough.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
Because if you get too much information, how does it?
Stresses.
It gets too much stress.
Yeah.
Now, you get your information that way, but there's probably another way that you can get some information. You can ask people.
Yeah.
So if you look in the relationship part of your star,
As you see.
who might be somebody that you might trust
Right.
for information?
Yeah. Probably my family, parents,
Okay.
or extended.
On your uncles and stuff.
Right.
So you can ask family too,
Yeah.
and that'll help you.
Yeah.
Okay. And then that we would put in here as once a day.
Yeah.
Okay. I might just put it across here, informed.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now, one of the other things that was important to you when we did your trajectory was that you feel confident, you feel comfortable,
And understanding.
that you understand what's happening and also feel safe.
Yep.
What are some ways, and is that something that you want every day?
So.
Yeah, I think so too. So what are some ways that would help you feel comfortable, feel safe?
Music.
Okay.
Podcasts,
Okay.
if needed.
Apps.
Yep, apps.
There are some apps that you can download.
Or install on the computer as well.
Yep. And those apps might be able to give you instruction on kind of breathing. What else?
On videos.
Some videos, just some kind of calming type of videos. Okay.
And Facebook Live sometimes does that too.
Okay. There are lots of different things, and we can put some apps.
Yeah.
And you like to play music. You also have a couple of other things that might be good. You have Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
You have video games with the drums that might help you feel that comfortable too.
And also sometimes I have another game called Fibbage. That's another thing of that.
Oh, you like to do things like that to kind of have fun
and take my mind off of it.
Okay, that's a good idea. So I'm going to put Fibbage.
And other video games that I have.
Okay, video games. And
movies as well.
Okay. What kind of movies do you like to watch?
Christian.
Okay. You have some at home?
Yep.
Yep. You've got a little library yourself, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good.
And then also, once it was in theater, the new movie still comes out. It's going to be online.
Oh, what movie is that?
I Still Believe.
You've been waiting for that, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So one of the things that you also had that was important to you was to stay connected to people. So if we look at your relationship part of your star, we can start looking at some of the people in your life that you really want to stay connected throughout this virus.
Oh, yep.
Okay.
I was just going to... Yep.
So how we divided that, Derek's going to plug his computer in so that we don't lose power here.
Stay on live.
He promises to stay online.
Or live.
Mm-hmm. This is not a professional production, is it, Derek?
Well, it will be.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
All right, we're back.
Yep.
All right, a little technical difficult.
Yeah, that happens.
All right, back to our conversation.
Yeah, I was talking about you wanted to stay connected.
Yeah.
Derek is a very social guy. You know a lot of people. You like to stay in touch with people.
Yeah.
Somebody has a birthday, you like to let them know. Somebody needs help, you like to offer help, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how we divided this, I want him to look at his list, and I want him to think about who on the people on your list are people that you could call every day if you wanted to.
Or text, yep.
Yep. That you could text, that you could call every day. And then there are some people that are on your relationship area that maybe it would be okay to talk to them once or twice a week.
Right.
We'll identify a couple of those people.
Right.
And then there are people probably on that list that maybe once in a while you would want to call them.
Right.
Correct?
Yep.
So let's kind of identify some of the people that it would be okay to call every day.
Right.
Let's look up here. Who could you call every day and they would think that was just fine? They would like to hear from you.
Larry.
Okay.
My uncle.
Okay. Larry. Who else?
The kids.
Okay. Your niece and nephew?
Yep.
Okay. Who else?
You guys.
Okay, mom and dad.
And my brother, for example.
Right. Okay.
Brent.
Your Uncle Brent.
My Aunt Diane.
Okay.
My cousin Travis.
And
yep.
So now you've got some people that you could call on every day if you wanted to.
Right.
Okay. So let's think about if you wanted to get a hold of somebody, once or twice a week.
Yeah.
Who might some of those people be?
Gail and
Okay.
Mel.
Okay, Gail and Melanie.
Yep.
Who else?
My grandparents, Cindy,
Okay, Grandma Cindy.
Janet.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Janet's like a,
cousin.
yep.
And who else?
Neighbors,
Who else is your other grandma?
Pat,
Okay. She'd probably like to hear from you every couple
Day.
of times a week.
Yep.
Or would you like that every day?
Pretty much, whatever.
Okay.
So,
And then one of the things that you had told me, Derek, was that you wanted to stay connected to know what's going on at work.
yep.
So is that kind of where we could put talking to your boss?
Yep.
Or maybe who else might you contact from Great Life?
Co-workers.
Um,
Um,
who else were you connected to there? Randall?
yep.
Okay.
And Mike.
Yep. Okay, I put Mike and Randall. And you've had another friend in your life for a while that maybe once in a while you'd like to hear from them. Bobby?
Yep, Bobby.
What about Megan?
Yes.
Okay.
And Angie.
Oh, where should I put her? In the daily? In the couple times a week?
Probably daily.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we can insert in his new routine different places
Yep.
that maybe it's an evening, maybe it's an afternoon that you could make some calls,
Yep.
text or whatever,
Yeah.
and then you have an idea of who would appreciate those calls.
Right.
Okay. We talked about church and Bible study already. How about keeping up on some chores? Are there things that need to be done every day that should be on your calendar?
Bed making.
Oh, okay. So is that in the morning?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just going to put bed.
Making. Yeah.
Okay. What else would you do daily?
Wipe off the counter.
Okay. What about dishes?
Oh yeah, in the dishwasher. Yep.
Okay. Okay. So we take care of the dishes, we take care. Those are some things to keep up your house on a daily basis, right?
Right. Yep.
So are there things to keep up your home that you might do maybe once or twice a week?
Dust.
Okay. What day would that be?
It.
When have you usually been doing dusting? On Tuesdays?
Yep.
In the afternoon?
Yep.
Okay. And how about the days that you've been doing like some cleaning of the bathrooms and so on?
That's I usually do is just clean the mirror.
Okay, when is that? What day?
Usually Wednesday.
Okay, on Wednesdays.
And same with bedding on Wednesday too.
Okay, wash.
Bedding.
Okay. When would you do other laundry? Wash clothes. You probably wash bedding on one day and maybe clothes on another day.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
So what day would you wash clothes? A different day? You
Right.
can look at the calendar.
Pretty much either Wednesday or
You can pick a day that you don't have as much right now.
right. And usually Thursday.
Okay. Laundry. Okay. Are there any other chores? I know one that I think of.
Sweep.
Let's go back up to staying healthy.
Yeah.
One of the things you talked about was to be able to eat healthy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so in order to eat healthy, you and Linda have...
Cook different
Yep. So you cook meals up ahead of time.
before.
You freeze individual meals or put some in the refrigerator.
Then label.
And you label them so that you have the portion and you have a meal.
Yep.
Okay. So Linda usually helps you prepare those, but for a while she won't be coming to do that.
For a while, yeah.
Right. So we're going to have to pick a day that maybe you and I will do that.
Right.
But in order to cook those meals, we're going to have to do some grocery shopping. How are we going to do that?
For those if you don't know, Aisles Online.
Through which store?
Hy-Vee.
Okay. So we talked about Sunday nights doing a grocery order.
Yep.
Okay, let's do that.
Yep.
That way, we can set the time to pick them up in the afternoon, right?
Either in your afternoon,
Okay, so I'm going to put groceries, pick up,
yeah. Yep.
and then we'll put the groceries away, and then maybe it's Tuesday or Wednesday that we will actually prepare some of the meals, right?
Right.
Yeah, okay. So then we have that taken care of so that you stay,
Yeah.
that you're eating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, or it's kind of changing my diet a little bit.
Yep, so that you, portions,
Yep.
healthy foods.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. We kind of have a list too of breakfast meals.
On every week
Yep,
and weekends,
yep. We have some snack options, right?
if needed.
Yep. Okay, so we've got that. We've got keeping up chores, and we've been involved in groups. What about some things? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, for groups, Toastmasters,
Okay, what's going to happen with Toastmasters?
April 2nd.
Okay.
That's why they rescheduled to April 2nd.
Okay, so that would be on what day of the week?
Thursday, April 2nd.
Okay. Hopefully they'll be able to meet again for his Toastmasters group,
Yeah.
right? You'll miss all those people, but we could stay connected. We could put them on one of the contact lists, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So, and then things to do. We've already mentioned some of the things that you like to do, right?
As of right now, yep.
Yep, you talked about listening to music.
Zoom calls if needed.
Yep, you can do that with family.
As Skype.
You can do Skype, FaceTime.
And video call, Facebook.
Yep. What other things do you like to do in your free time to keep busy?
Watch movie if needed.
Okay. We can play games. What kind of games do you like to play?
Rummy Cube.
Okay.
That's,
What else?
Linda showed me that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're going to teach mom and dad how to play that?
Yep.
What else? Show them.
Skippo.
Skip-Bo. We can play Skip-Bo. Uno Attack.
Or Domino.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So we can list some games so that way sometime when you feel like, gee, I have some time.
Or Fibbage or whatever.
Fibbage is a computer game that,
Yeah.
that you play with us.
Yeah.
So you can call us up. You can say, gee, why don't you come over?
Or I'll just say, gee, I have nothing to
do.
Right.
And so let's play
A game or two.
Right. Okay. Yep. And so we'll put those games over here.
Yeah.
So those are things, the things to do would be daily.
Yeah.
And those could happen morning, afternoon,
And
or
night.
evening.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. So are there any things that we have not talked about in your kind of schedule? And we will do a much more thorough
Thinking.
of putting a schedule together. But we wanted to show a way that
For
we can
example, yep.
take the information and we can put it into a schedule. Derek likes to stay connected, like to his work and to other places.
And work out at OI.
So one of the things that you can also do is to look online and see if there are any updates.
Like from Great Life, for example.
Right.
Or OI.
Yep, there are any updates, what's happening there, when do they plan on having anything?
Or if it's open or not.
That's right. We have to see some of those things. So we're going to go through. And
The week, yep.
Yep, we're going to go through and we're going to make the consistent schedule. And we will type that out into a document and we will post that as well.
And then you'll tag me and then...
So that it's on your Facebook page, it's on mine.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
What did you do with the other 2 webinars that you created?
Post it on YouTube.
Okay. So if people do a search for
Derek's number 2.
webinar
Yep.
and Derek's trajectory, you would find those videos posted.
Yep.
Do you plan to do the same with this one?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's easier because that way you know what you're trying to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So one of the things with a trajectory or parts of the trajectory is also to identify what you don't want in your life. And a couple of the things that Derek
Stressed,
posted,
yep.
he didn't want anxiety, he didn't want to be around people that didn't feel well, and you did not want
Any drama.
right. So one of the things that we've talked about,
Or comes to mind, yeah.
yep, that we talk about is sometimes when you're talking to a friend or somebody and they mean well, right?
Right.
Okay. But they might talk about the virus. They might talk about some things happening or
Right.
people getting sick,
Well,
whatever.
which is fine, but
It's okay, but if they talk about it and talk
all
about it
over.
and talk about it,
Yeah.
what happens?
I get kind of little madness,
Yeah.
little
Does it scare you a little bit?
and
So-
anxiety and stress.
Yep. And so what can you do? Is there something that you can say or do to kind of stop?
Like, all right, I had enough of this.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, that's one way you could say, I've had enough of this. You could also just politely ask somebody, I don't want to tell them you don't want to talk about it right now.
Or anymore, yep.
Or can we talk about something else?
Or go to another subject.
Yeah. Or if somebody really wants to talk about it all the time, do you have to take the call? Oh, okay. You have that choice too, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, do you think if we put this out on paper and then on your whiteboard,
Right.
that would give you some peace of mind that
Right.
you want to
Yeah.
keep as much fullness and richness in your life as you've had, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do you have anything that you'd like to tell anybody?
For those if they have any question, for those if they don't know, on live here, if there is any questions or any concern, comment on this because we want to hear your questions.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And so, what should we tell people?
If you want to watch more of the webinars
Okay.
or any more webinars, search us on the YouTube page.
Okay. But we want everybody to pay attention.
Respect.
Yeah. Stay home.
Yep.
Wash your hands.
Yep.
Stay informed.
Yep.
And watch for the next webinar.
Yep. Or two. Yep.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. Good night.